for the fight went great. I had a great about 7 to 8 week camp. I was training for a different show, Affliction, but they got postponed. I was training for Drew Fickett. The show ended up getting postponed because they went into partnership with Golden Boy Promotions, which is great. And then Kim stepped up, and I got to be a part of her show, and it still went great, man. I just kept moving forward and trying to peak at the right time for the fight. This is the first fight in my last 3 fights that I haven't been sick for. Changed a couple things, some supplements, and so I felt great. The last minute opponent change, and it just mentally I was there, for the fight. But right after weigh-ins, I find out the guy I'm fighting is can't compete. He got he failed the drug test or something, and it's a roller coaster ride, ups and downs, those emotions, man. So I got a new opponent, and those negative thoughts start creeping into your head, like, oh man, you got a new guy, I don't know nothing really about him, blah blah blah, and it starts like a snowball effect. But I couldn't really sleep. I feel it's good for me. It's just going through that made me a stronger competitor, just because I went through that already. It's not going to faze me if I go through it again. And I buckled down, and I once I woke, finally got a little rest, I got up and I started moving around, and during the day I just started relaxing more, and I knew what I had to do, go out there and do the same thing I'm going to do anyway. So showed Saturday night. I felt great.
On the hook. Good. 2. Body head. Nice. Good.
It was my first fight back in 6 months. What I definitely took advantage of is the elbows. I haven't used elbows in a long time. That's one of my strongest weapons in my arsenal is my elbows, and I definitely got to show that Saturday. I might have overused my elbows, but it's all good. I was just happy to be in there, and I felt I did pretty good. Flowing, passing the guard. I could have looked for more submissions, but I really didn't. He was a strong guy, tough guy. I believe in position before submission, so I never felt really where, to sit, back for a submission or on board or take his back. It just wasn't 100% there to me. So, and my ground and pound felt real strong. My elbows felt real strong. Oh, I respected him when he took the fight. I mean, the guy took the fight on short notice, not saying he wasn't in shape. He was fighting, the week after. But, to step up and be like, mentally, how's he going to get ready? He has to switch his whole mind frame, too, just like me. Oh, I'm fighting. Instead of me fighting, a week from now, I'm fighting tonight, So I respect any guy in there. Any guy that fights with 4-ounce gloves, every time you get in there, you're putting your health and your reputation on the line. So, I give props to every guy that fights, especially a guy that's just gonna take a fight on a day with me. You know, nope. You know, he seen a shot. You know, he thought probably, hey, what do I have to lose? You know, I'm gonna fight a world champ. You know, if I lose, so what? If I go out and win, you know, that could be a life changer for me. So I respect the guy. I mean, when you fight a guy and you don't know nothing about him, you don't know how to prepare. Game plan is just not really much of a game plan you could use. Even though my whole, when I go into a fight, I have a little bit of a game plan. I mean, I don't revolve my whole fight that I'm going to fight that night around a game plan, but I do have a visual and things I like to work on and build off of as I go forward in the fight. But when you don't know anything about a guy and all of a sudden it's a new guy, you know, it's a little hard. But like I said again, I'm happy it happened to me. I dealt with that situation. It just makes me that much stronger as a competitor, and it's just one of those things that, oh, that happened to me, so I know how to deal with it now. Now I know I could still fight a guy I know nothing about. You know, they switched the guy on me the day of the fight, and I still can go out and perform. You know, that makes me that much more confident. You know what you did in your training camp. I know what I've done. I've trained hard for 8 weeks. It doesn't matter really who's in front of me. You know, I'm still trying to go out and do what I do best and not worry about this guy. You start worrying about what the guy across from you is going to do, he's probably going to do it, you know. So like I said, it's one of those things, more experience. It happened to me now. I know how to deal with it, and everything turned out fine. I thought the show was a success. I mean, great fights, you know, a lot of good fights, and I believe fights make the organization, you know, and quality guys, quality fights. So, you know, I think sky's the limit with it. Thank God, came out healthy, lived to fight another day.